Going to be in probably 3 parts, BillTV making style, and you should know who he is. He's linked down there. So, for the past roughly 6 weeks, I was a camp counselor, staff and all. And yes, it was a great job, but there were some gripes I had. I actually had the pleasure of watching the Dead Poets Society this past weekend. Actually, it was right after the epicness that was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, so that might have not been the best idea, but I really enjoyed the film, and it really got me thinking about teachers. When I was growing up, I kind of always wanted to be that teacher that everyone looks up to and thinks is cool and all that. As a college DJ, music is very important to me, which is kind of why I'm with this, collection of vinyls, just probably a third of the entire vinyl collection in the house right now. But it's really important to me, and I recently read a bit of an article in the New York Daily News that said something along the lines of certain music artists could be getting higher royalty payments if certain legislation is passed in Congress, and honestly this really isn't good for smaller stations like publicly owned stations or free format stations or non-commercial stations. Now, stations like these are, the college stations that aren't owned by Clear Channel and Viacom, and just, local stuff that would really take a stake to the heart if this legislation was passed. For example, they had Hawaiian Day. I wore my Hawaiian shirt. What did they serve at lunch, as a little snack? Watermelon. Okay, yes, that makes sense because people could be allergic to pineapple, but I don't see watermelon and Hawaii mixing. No, it just doesn't work. And also on 70s Day, they didn't play any 70s music. They just played the usual stuff that they play. So I started thinking about all my old teachers who I really like. My 6th grade English teacher who did handstands. And to be honest, just having the songs play on the radio is, just enough exposure. I mean, if people hear the songs and they like them, they'll check the artist out. And if they decide to buy the songs, then the artist will get paid. It's pretty simple. It's free promotion, basically, which is one of the best things about radio. I mean, I love going into the studio for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, once a week, just playing what I want to play as long as it's in FCC guidelines, and talking about the music and just talking about musical things in general. It's great, and the radio's become a second home for me, and I just love it, and if that were taken away, it would just lose all its fun. And that's the other gripe I had, the music selection. Like, one morning, the counselors were brought out to do a little warm-up exercise, and we, danced to the Cotton Eye Joe and the Cupid Shuffle, which are pretty much very simple line dances. I mean, you want counselors to get energized? Give them fun, energetic music to bop around to. Ooh, Mel's here. At college, I've had a lot of great teachers. There's my English professor who brought a dog to class.
Don't get upset, don't make a fool of yourself. Don't lose your head, please get a grip on yourself. There's nothing else you can do.
And there's, a whole bunch more teachers, so I'm writing up a little blog post about that to go with this video. Kinda like Charlie's So Cool, but fine, whatever. You see, you don't need. Sorry. Getting a hot back in here. Okay. But hey, at least I got a nice little book bag out of it. It doesn't hold my laptop though. Oh yeah, and don't tell anyone I said this, but if I reach 600 subs, the shirt and the shorts-ish